millennium.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
This is Cynthia Abbott, Money Talks. I am your host. This is Millennium TV 24. Thank you for tuning in. Today on this show, we will talk about the holidays. As they are approaching, the holidays is right here. It's December 5th, guys. Time is just ticking away. As if the holidays weren't crazy enough. This year's supply chain issues and endless gift guides have put spending on the brain. Just tremendous thoughts, anxiety about spending and the supply chain shortage of goods. But the last minute purchases can create more anxiety around budget concerns, tipping the stress scale right over. So let's start now. Let's not wait until the actual week of the holiday, whatever you celebrate, whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas, any holidays that you celebrate during this month. This is the month we start thinking about the giving, right? The giving of gifts that we may or may not be able to afford. Historically, people start shopping, right? They've started shopping. Some haven't started yet for things they don't even need. The most generous action you can take, though, is standing in your truth. Your truth is you cannot afford to buy those gifts this year. You're not able to do it. It helps to transform the world when you stand in your truth and let them know, let the family know, let the friends know you are not able to afford those gifts this year. Get creative. Let's vow to stand up and take action against the spending that we don't need to do. Let's all tell our loved ones that this year we will do something different, do something creative. How about baking your favorite cake or your loved one's favorite cookies? How about making them something that you put your time and effort in? Because if you have credit card debt, if you have any debt, and if you have no emergency savings or any retirement savings, you don't even have a college fund set up for your children, but you're going to spend $500, $1,000 on gifts that they really don't need. And most of those gifts are forgotten 5 minutes after they're opened. So think about giving the gift of a lifetime to your loved one. Stop shopping for things you don't need. Gifts for families and friends is typically the area where budgets are tipped, right? Start swiping those cards because you see that you don't have those funds available. But that's not really giving. Here's what generosity really is. Generosity is about giving from the heart. Giving a gift that you feel good about not just to please someone, giving a gift that you know that you're giving to yourself and you're also giving to the other person. But if you are going to strain and swipe that card knowing you don't have the money and put yourself in a position where you can't rest peacefully knowing that you have these debts, that's not generosity. That's taking away from yourself. So it's important to know that when you give a gift and you give it from the heart, you know it's something you could really afford. And then not putting the other person in a position to give you a gift that they can't afford. Because it's just human nature. You know, most people feel obligated to give you a gift just because you gave them a gift. And they go out of their way even though they know they can't afford it. So give the gift of love to each other and not strain your credit card, your bank account just because you want to make it look like you have it. You don't have it? Stand tall together. Create something. I mean, we have the whole virtual conferencing now with Zoom and other conferencing that you can use with your family, right? Get creative. Let's talk about some surveys that was done. Gifts for families and friends, right? There was a survey done conducted by one financial firm and is committed to helping the next generation between age 18 and 35 learn teaching them how to start saving, how to use tools for saving for their future, educational tools, informed decisions about financial spending or financial savings, to better understand their feelings and how we can help, right? This one survey of this group asked questions about their planned spending, overall confidence levels around budgeting and investing, and what steps they've taken recently on their financial journey. You know, I always talk about that financial journey. We're on this journey together, and we will get there if you have the proper resources, the proper education, the proper tools, and start thinking about putting those funds away now for later, as opposed to spending it during the holidays. Managing your monies. While gifting and the holidays can bring joy, right? This can also bring added stress. So according to this one survey, the next generation identifies with the sentiment, with 2/3 of them admitting to being worried about their holiday purchasing, sidetracking their overall financial goals. So they are worried that if they buy that gift, tell them they don't have to. Just talk with them, have an open communication with them. And only 1/3 of them are completely confident in managing their daily expenses, and even less are completely confident in saving for short-term and long-term goals. The biggest reason why they do not feel confident in their long-term investment abilities is credited to not feeling like they have enough funds to do so. 42% of these respondents say they don't know where to start when it comes to education and resources about finances. Specifically, they are looking for guidance on developing long-term financial goals, 46% of them. 44% of them are looking to learn about investing basics. So you understand, this show is about educating the masses of the people, making sure they understand how the investment basics work, the basics of how to make their money work for them long term, building that financial house and keeping it standing. Reducing student loan debt and credit card debt. 42% are looking for guidance. Establishing an overall budget. 39%. Learning about cryptocurrency. Yes, they're looking to learn because 37% of these respondents has actually admitted that they don't know what they're doing and they need guidance when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Getting that education is key. Young people aren't just sitting on the sidelines anymore when it comes to learning about their money. And I'm so happy that I'm in a position to be able to teach them and guide them and show them the way, because someone has took the time out to teach me. So now that I can each one teach one, right? Now that I've learned, I can teach many people on how to do that, because they're out there. They're looking for that support. The research showed that they have an overwhelming desire to learn more. I love people that love to learn. And many have dedicated time to educating themselves. They've taken the time out to do it. This recent survey found that the majority took the initiative to learn more online, seeking out YouTube videos, or following a financial influencer like a financial advisor, or on social media. 53% of these respondents are seeking information on social media, followed by learning from someone in their close network, 43%. But remember, don't listen to your neighbor if your neighbor is not a financial expert. Don't listen to your mother, father, sister, brother unless they're a financial expert. Only 14% of the respondents sought advice from a financial advisor. Only 14%. So that shows you how important it is to find the right person and work with that person that can guide you to the next step in order to be able to reach your goals. Here's my question for you. Why are people having so many financial challenges? Based on that survey, you heard the numbers. The numbers are really high because people are looking for that financial education. They're looking for that financial guidance because they're having financial challenges. But most people today, they're having these financial challenges because they don't get that financial education. They don't have that financial game plan. They don't have a financial coach. It's okay to seek out the right financial coach that can guide you through that journey. And start now. Do not wait until 2022 to say this is my New Year's resolution. Start your resolution now. Do not wait, because what happened, 2023 will come around and you're still not on that pathway that will take you to your financial independence. This results in serious challenges for Main Street families because not having that coach, that financial coach who understands finances, not someone who is just pretending to understand, someone who totally understands about it, that can guide you. Not having that, it's just setting you back so far back. And you need to take that stance, take action, and find the right financial coach to help you. While this show can't bring back loved ones, it makes it possible to celebrate, or make it possible to celebrate in person. We can help solve your financial difficulties. I offer these ideas so that 2022 holidays 2021 holidays are not going to bring you into debt into 2022. Many have these unexpected, meaning of what it really is for the holiday to bring joy to their family. It's unexpected meanings that you don't need to focus on. The meaning of the holidays. Really coming together. I remember growing up as a child, the holidays, it was all about going to church for me. That's what it was about. Being with families, having a nice meal. There were no gifts to open. So I remember enjoying my holidays because that's what I was taught it was about. But I know for most children, it's about opening up those gifts, right? Kids, They want to open those gifts. So it's okay to buy them a gift or two, but it's not okay to break the bank just to buy them those gifts that's going to be hauled away into the closet or ripped apart or forgotten, or just having them to take up space. That is not what the holidays is about. It's time to take a stance, gather around, talk with your children, educate them about you not having the finances and the reason why. So they're not expecting you to buy so many gifts that you can't afford. This is a time to start educating your children about saving and not about spending. We will take a short break and I'll be right back. Hang on, guys.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back, everyone. So as we talk about spending and the holidays and saving, the economy has gotten better for some, right? But the holidays still reminds working class families that luxuries they could afford 5 or 10 years ago are sometimes no longer possible. Working class families. Don't let that issue go unrecognized though, because the kids, they notice everything, they soak it all up and they watching you. So if they notice what's missing, talk to them about it. And in doing so, you can imagine something, that can help them to understand the truth about what's happening in our economy. Talk with them about it. Don't let these issues go unrecognized, because they will act it out in a way that makes sense for your child's age. Just tell them that there's less money this year, but that there's some amount of fun and goodwill and love that will remain no matter what. Ask them, despite the constraints this year, how together we can maintain family closeness and holiday joy. Talk with them. They're so creative, and it's times in these times that are so tough because of political discourse and disagreement. Try to have conversations to clear the air. Put disagreements on the table and try to come up with some reasonable solutions. It may initially add to the stress, but holding in that resentment will surface in other ways that makes matters worse. So talk about it. Don't hold in that resentment about losing your job or, not having enough money this year to take care of those expenses. Just talk about it. Once you talk about it, lay it out on the table, just lay it out, and you will be much at peace and less stressed. The holidays is enough stress. So let's try to find ways to decrease or diminish the stress level. Try alternate ways of giving. So for the children, right? Because mainly the children, we go out of our way to make them feel happy about the holidays. Try a gift of education instead. A gift that never stopped giving, a gift of education. Try setting up a college fund for your children instead. Talk with them about it. Explain to them why you're setting up this college fund for them and you're not buying all these toys. Explain to them what it will do for their future. Consider that gift as something that will last a lifetime. For all of you, any of you with children, even if you don't have children, you can set up a college fund for those children. You don't have to be a family member. You don't have to be the mother, father, grandparent, aunt or uncle. If you have a child, a godchild, or another child that you want to purchase a gift for, you can purchase a college fund for them. Set aside that money that will grow. That gift towards that education after high school, help children follow their passion and develop in their niche as an innate gift. So the world needs unique gifts of the future students that you love. Because right now, if you think about what's happening with student loan debt, many families, many students are struggling to repay that $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. So a gift towards the cost of education can help eliminate or reduce the need to borrow for higher education pursuits, and can reduce the tremendous stress often associated with years of student loan repayment. So help the children to begin to develop belief in their ability to pursue and obtain that degree. You can explain to them. They will understand. They may not understand everything, but you explain to them that you would rather give them a gift that's going to be more beneficial to them than buy those toys that will be broken or forgotten about in 5 minutes. There are different college funds, and I want to take the time and go into the different college funds that you can open for your children this year. Because as a gifter, again, you don't have to be a family member. Consider opening up that 529. There are college savings, different types of college saving plans. You don't need to be the parent again. The account is actually you as the custodian for that child. You open up that account so that it can grow for whenever they do decide to start their education by going to college or vocational school. Some children may decide they want to go to a trade school, but that fund will still be able to pay for that cost. So you start now, and it doesn't matter how small, you can still start. So let's talk about a 529 plan. What is a 529 plan? So 529 plan is a non-deductible contribution withdrawn earnings excluded from income to extent of qualified education expenses. So the contribution is considered a federal gift tax treatment combination with giving a certain amount to that student or to that child. You can apply anywhere from $15,000 and up in that 529 plan. Contributions are treated as a completed gift. So $15,000 per year is the max for that fund. So when you think about that, again, talk to your tax provider. I'm not a tax professional, so they can tell you what deductions you may have when you contribute to that 529 plan. Qualified expenses, it covers those qualified expenses such as tuition, fees, books, computers, and related equipment, supplies that provide for special needs like room and board. That's eligible college expenses for universities. And also that student that may be able to use it for other college expenses, depending on what state you live in, because every state has their own specific rules. But let's talk about another plan you can set up for your student, for your child, or that child that you are funding their education expenses in advance, instead of you buying those gifts that they don't need. Coverdell Education Savings Account. So these are non-deductible contributions, withdrawn earnings excluded from income to extent of qualified higher education expenses, and qualified K through 12 expenses also excluded. Talk to your tax professional. Contributions treated as completed gifts apply $15,000 annual exclusion. So that's your Coverdell. Let's talk about Coverdell ESA. Minimum investment. The minimum investment for the Coverdell is $2,000. So backtrack. The $15,000 is for your 529, and the Coverdell is $2,000 per beneficial per year. That is the max that you can actually deposit in a Coverdell account. So which covers expenses such as tuition, fees, books, computer related equipment, supplies, special needs. And it is also eligible for K through 12 institution, K through 12. Uniforms, tutoring, and supplemental services for that child. So yes, if you can add another member of the family, you can, but each student, if you have 4 children, each one you can actually deposit $2,000 max for the year for each child. So in that Coverdell, contributions, you know, they can be there for that child when they reach 18, and the account must be used by the time they're 30 years old. Let's talk about unified transfer to minor account. The earnings and gains taxed to the minor the first year, $1,100 on earned income, is tax exempt. Talk to your tax provider. I'm not a tax professional. Unearned income over $2,200 for certain children under age 24 years old is taxed at rates for estates and trust. Transfer treated as completed gifts applied $15,000 annual gift exclusion. Value removed from the donor's gross estate unless donor remains as custodian. And the maximum investment rather, there is no limit on that investment. And qualified expenses, there are no restrictions. That's your unified transfer to minor account. And right now I will be taking a short break So tune in and I will give you more information about setting up that college fund for your children or that child that you love so much that you want to be able to help them by purchasing a gift of a lifetime, not a gift of 5 minutes, a gift of a lifetime for them. It will be so much more beneficial to them. So tune in. I will be right back after commercial break.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back as we talk about the college savings, the different types of college savings that you can set up for that child. If your child already have a college savings fund set up, you can actually reach out to the people that you know that may be considering, purchasing a gift for them for the holidays. Reach out to them and make them aware that they can actually contribute to their college fund if it's whichever one you have, is if it's not maxed out for the year, the gift, or they can set one up for the child. You can also make a list of what that child will need if they are already in college, right? Because they may be going off to college or they may be in college, so why not purchase those expenses or give a gift that's going towards paying for the room and board, and have it, already a pre-gift, whether they're starting college in January or September, is already in place for them, that they cannot just use it to spend on anything. You have control of that. So there are some people that may be looking to purchase big equipment, such as like maybe even a car for that child. So that amount of money that you will be using towards that car, you think about it. Does that teenager, whether they're 17 or 18, do they need that car? Are they going off to college? Will they really need that car? If they don't need it, use that money towards their college funds, because it's going to be less stressful for them to have to worry about paying that tuition, paying that room and board, and taking care of all the meals and all the expenses that they will have while they're in college. So that's one way. Well, let's talk about other ways that you can show your appreciation, because it's about showing your appreciation. Many of us are thinking about the sparkling lights, the champagne, the parties, and many people are spending money on planning that holiday gathering. But let's think about ways you can show your appreciation as opposed to spending monies that you don't have. Excessive eating, excessive spending. There are alternatives to that. If your family is experiencing economic hardship, try picking a name out of a hat. And I know there are some families that are already doing that, but it works. Just put the names in a hat and one person will get a gift. That's one gift. Less strain on you to purchase gift for everyone. And you come together, have a meal, and then enjoy yourself. And the fewer the gift, the greater the appreciation. You will be able to see that the meaning of the holiday is all about showing love. When you come together and show your appreciation, you can also, if you can't get together now, here's another thing you can do. Reach out to those who have made a difference in your life. Sometimes they don't even know they made a difference in your life. They could be an influencer. Reach out to them and thank them. Thank them for being a part of your life. Thank them for being a positive influence in your life. You can find them this holiday season, reach out to them, let them know that they made a difference. You may be able to find them on social media. I mean, everyone's using social media, just about, not everyone, but most people are using social media. You can find them and send them a thank you. DM them, send them a thank you if you don't have their phone number or their email addresses. And also, you can create playful ways to share gifts. If financial hardship prevents you from buying the gifts you wish you could purchase, try creating something like a mystery gift, a fun gift, something you can do virtually. Just a simple, loving gift. A card to say, thank you, you've made a difference in my life. That's a gift. That's a gift that keeps giving. Get to know each other better. Maybe take out a piece of paper and write something down that you really truly appreciate about that person. Something that is thought-provoking. Ask the question. Play a game. Something that they have to think about so that you can have fun with it. You can have fun with it and just be creative. Make your holiday as humane as possible. One of the possible side effects of not purchasing many gifts is the smaller impact we have on the environment. Smaller impact. So our homemade gifts generally have much lighter footprints on the earth. Because if you make something and you're able to create that and you give it to your loved one, whoever it is, to show them appreciation, then it's less footprints on the earth. Plant-based, right? Most people are thinking plant-based. So doing something, creating something that's plant-based for the holidays. It may include some, traditional dishes. Plant-based traditional dishes. How fun is that? You can save money while eating compassionately. Eating food that's not going to cause you suffering and pain. And the weight gain that when the new year comes, you're trying to figure out how to shed these pounds. So think wisely and plan accordingly, because the spirit of the holidays is about love. It's about joy. It's about sharing and caring. So expressing your gratitude no matter what you have lost or who you have lost. And these are the times when I know that most people have lost a loved one. And these are the times that it gets so difficult to get through. But just talk about it. Lay it out on the table. And just remember the times, the good times that you had. Those wonderful memories that you have created with that loved one who will not be at that dinner table this year. Who will not be able to talk with you to say, happy holidays to you this year. Let's consider how we still are able to keep those people with their, the memories that we have about them. hold them close to us throughout this holiday season. So every year there's ups and downs. And every year someone lost someone close to them. And it's important to reflect back on those moments that you had with your loved ones. And this is the reason why I talk about finding creative ways of just showing gratitude and showing your loved ones that you care, because life is a flicker, and in the event they're no longer here, you're really creating that memory of that loved one that you can hold on to forever. Allow yourself to feel that gratitude and keep focused on that gratitude, and find ways to express your thanks, perhaps through a card again. What about when you go to the grocery store? Because we have to be thankful. I tell you, those frontline workers throughout 2020, I commend them. And I want to say thank you to all the healthcare workers, all the first-time responders, all the grocery store cashiers, all the people who made it happen, the farmers, they kept the food supply going so were able to eat throughout the pandemic. Thank you. I want to be the one to say thank you to all that has helped to keep us alive during this pandemic. I know that these are times when stress is at the highest rate ever. So whatever you do, take a moment and just breathe. Take a moment for yourself and relax. Take a moment for yourself, take a walk, and just remember the good times that you had with those loved ones who are no longer here. And remember, don't worry about the holiday spending all this monies that you don't have. Just think about what you can do that can show someone how much you care. Not buying that gift that you can't afford. Cut back on that credit card spending so you can save money for emergencies, for the future, for retirement, for your children's college fund. Take a moment and have a plan and seek out the right support to help you on this journey. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate you tuning in. This is Millennium TV 24 in sponsorship with Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and all your smart TVs. Please remember to download our app on your Android and your iPhones. And don't forget to catch us on YouTube. Subscribe and like. We're also on Facebook. This is Millennium TV 24. Thank you for watching. And you can catch me next week, same time, same place. Have a beautiful week. Have a happy holidays. Be safe. Trying to get into the holiday tree.